Locally, we're cooling down for the night, and if you get a moment to step outside, treat yourself to a view of the moon. This is video from just in the last 45 minutes or so of that bright full moon. Meteorologist Alina Lee is back with us now. Alina, we understand this isn't just any old full moon.
Right. Well, it does have an official name to it based on the Farmer's Almanac. Obviously, they typically call it the sturgeon moon because this time of year in the Great Lakes region, that's where that fish is caught the most. But also, we'll have you know, it's considered a blue moon, but not for the typical reason like we have been talking. It's actually the older definition for the blue moon, which talks about the third full moon in an entire season. So for the summer season, we have 4 full moons, but this is the third one, and they typically call it a blue moon. That's an older definition. Now, blue moons, we talk about those being the second full moon in one calendar month. I know, it's a lot to take in, a lot of information. Hopefully nobody just fell asleep right now. Okay, the moon's full, big deal, move on. All right, well, some people are excited about it. I know Gina Bullard is one of those people who love talking about moons. All right, now we will go and talk about, obviously, Henri, the big story of the weekend as it made landfall early this morning. And right now, it is still a tropical depression continuing to weaken as it's pushing inland now, but now it's moved a little bit more into the northwest corner of Connecticut. It was mainly in the center part just in the last couple of hours. Max sustained winds only up to 30 miles per hour. And the latest track takes this relatively to the north and west just a little bit more before it makes that shift northeast and away from our northeastern parts of the country. And then off to sea again, so making little to no impact. But certainly the flash flooding will be the biggest concern as it pretty much sits parked over parts of Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, and even southern New York. You can see the dark red polygons and even the white ones you see here kind of closely. Those are all flash flood warnings. The white outline is indicating considerable flash flooding concerns, a very big imminent threat right there as the outer band that's producing the heaviest rain slowly makes its way just wrapping around the center of this system. So obviously eastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, and southern New York dealing with the heaviest rainfall at this moment and the more persistent rainfall. Not much to talk about here locally other than it's been quiet, but you can see the anvils from these thunderstorms out in northern Kansas and southern Nebraska kind of pushing in our direction, which actually will hold temperatures in the upper 70s for many spots as we head through the evening. And if those storms hold together, they might brush the extreme northwestern corner of Missouri through the overnight hours, but I'm not anticipating any severe weather for us. And by the time they reach here, they'll be much weaker. Heat advisory, though, goes in effect as we head through tomorrow, starting at noon until 8 o'clock at night. Here's forecast track, what I'm talking about. Very slim chance of rain. I think this model's a little more aggressive with that shower and thunderstorm activity, and then dry weather expected through the remainder of your Monday. A ridge of high pressure just going to be parked over the middle of the country for several days, leading to the heat and humidity just being very persistent and really no change in the weather pattern. It's not until late in the week, heading into the upcoming weekend, that ridge pushes off to the east, and then we've got a trough that kind of digs into the northwestern corner of the United States. That may get closer and bring us some of that relief. The heat and humidity will be the big talkers once again. 90s expected not just Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but also Thursday, Friday, and even into next weekend. Heat index values, though, for the next 3 days are likely going to surpass 100 degrees. Here it is, Security Bank's 7-day forecast, though. Again, you can expect 90, or at least for us to hit 90 every single day of this next week. And so far, it looks like we're going to get closer and closer to the average of 90-degree days for the entire year by the time we get into September. At least that's what things are looking like.